mainly when I work with them, I like to, they usually get settled pretty quickly, and what I found is that pretty soon they know what you're about. I like to start with up here. There's usually a lot of trauma way up top here, from them banging their heads into things.
How long did that take to the chew?
Since we've been talking?
No, since he touched him to the chew, less than 30 seconds.
I was going to say, not even a minute.
Yeah.
The chew is a processing?
Yeah, that means that they're
So
working something out.
well, no, it's really a submission and acceptance thing. So that's how quickly he said you're okay.
Yeah, we're okay, huh? So then I would usually then start with two hands on them. I start with one first, so they can usually just see that other hand. And just coming up top here, generally what I'm going to do is just, if he wasn't as nervous as he is, I would probably check his whole spine all the way down. But I'm getting the feeling like he doesn't really want me all the way down there until he gets used to me being up here. So we're just going to start up here. And what I'm going to do is just find some some areas in here where basically the tissue is allowing for me to put some very gentle pressure in there. So some of the muscles are really in defense, but there's a couple of areas where everything just sort of sinks in. So he's actually telling me that that's an okay spot right there. And so I'm just going to really just put some very gentle pressure there and just lift up on that area. And you can see he's going to start to follow that up. And he's just getting used to that feeling, and we're just going to let go.
Now, I let him go, and my sense is that wherever the horse is going to try to go and move, that I'm not going to constrain him.
That's right.
And just let it flow back and forth as it will.
Yeah, he needs to know that if he doesn't feel safe, then he can move. Right?
So you're feeling for tissue that is open to...
Yeah, it's just open to touch basically at that point, okay? And then there's just some very light pressures that we put in there, and we just kind of come in and contact that area, and then we're just going to lift up very gently. You see how he lifts with me? Okay? He's actually telling me that that's high enough right there. I'm not going to lift anymore, and we're just going to let go. And there's a certain distance, you just have to sort of follow them a little bit, and they'll tell you where it is. A little more? Let's check a little
Are you doing one side at a time, Glenn?
Yeah, I like to do one side at a time. Very often when you start with just the side where there's most ease, there isn't going to be much to do on the other side once you get things cleared up a little bit. So now I'm just coming down here, obviously watching him, seeing how his body's reacting to all this, and see if we can find another area in here. And he looked really stiff back here, so I'm assuming that there's going to be at least one place in here where he's going to want some attention, and it's right about here, okay? But he can still see me, and that one's just going to be very brief contact, just to basically get his brain connected down to that area. If you watched him before, he was really connected to his head, upper back, anything back here, right? You just have to find that right spot. Good. See that? Lift. And we'll just let go.